Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we're doing a backlit acrylic sign. This project here I had to ship out right away as soon as it was finished. They had a very tight deadline on this job, so as a result I don't really have it to show you physically here during the presentation. So the customer wanted a nice backlit acrylic sign for their bedroom, and they had their wording already ready. So basically what we did is help them with the design. Generally what we do is we send our customers to 1001fonts.com, and from there they can pick literally any sort of font they want. Now something to keep in mind is because we're cutting through the acrylic here, you want to make sure the inside parts are supported. So that's why you'll see some of the letters with little bridges all around them, and that's to make sure they don't fall out. Now if you don't care if they fall out, that's fine. You know, the laser doesn't care, the router doesn't care, the material doesn't care. Nothing really cares if it falls out. It's just aesthetically speaking, if they fall out, it's kind of weird, especially when you have like O's and P's, where you have, let's say, a big circle like this and an inner circle, and you get rid of that. It just looks kind of odd to have such a big hole in your sign. When I first started CNCKing.com, I was kind of scared of cutting acrylic actually. I have quite a few friends who burn down their shop, and generally what they do is they're cutting acrylic with it. Now the reason why acrylic is dangerous is because it's a very, very flammable material. If I were to do this with the router, it doesn't really matter, there's no heat buildup. There's no open flame to speak. But when it comes to actually cutting it with the laser, you actually have a flame shooting straight down underneath that you don't see on this sheet here. And the acrylic itself is very flammable, and once that stuff gets on fire, it's a serious fire. The reason why they burned down their shop is because they did it and they went home. And they let the machine run overnight, which is something I've never done and I never will do, because that's a great way to sort of burn down your shop. Now for this acrylic here, this was just 1/4 inch, so it's relatively thin, and it cut really, really well. That's the nice thing about acrylic with lasers, is you end up with like a flame polish along all the edges. If you were to do this stuff with a router, again, not a problem, we have routers here in the shop. But what the router does is it doesn't give you a flame polished edge, so you need to go back over it with a torch to sort of melt the acrylic back along all the edges. So that's what I like about doing these jobs with the laser, is that not only am I cutting, I'm also flame polishing, and I'm doing both processes at exactly the same time. You can see along the edge while I'm cutting out this, you can see the fire already there. So you can definitely see how flammable this material is. When it comes to material options here in the shop, they're completely endless. We could have made this sign out of stainless steel, we could have made it of mild steel, we could have made it out of aluminum, we could have made it out of dye bond, we could have made it out of any kind of acrylic, polycarbonate, rubber, anything. So when it comes to your signage, let us know what kind of material you're interested in. But it's also important to tell us about the budget, because you know, stainless steel equivalent of this sign here would cost dramatically more than what the acrylic was. You also have to keep in mind the context of the application. In this case here, it's just something in the bedroom they'll put on the wall, and they'll put LED lighting along the back side of it to make sort of shine. And I don't think that would look as good with stainless steel in this specific application in their bedroom. So you got to keep that in mind. So keep in mind, you know, we have this kind of spend. We're looking for this aesthetic, roughly this size. Size definitely has an effect on the pricing as well. Not only the pricing of the material and the production of the material, but also the shipping. So there's a lot of things to keep in mind when it comes to custom signage. So if you're looking for custom signage, contact me at CNCKing.com. We'll make it for you and ship it right to your door.